In this video tutorial, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide of how to write high-ranking content with ChatGPT and other free AI tools. Using this exact same strategy, we've taken websites' organic traffic from about 9 clicks a day to about 177 clicks a day. That's more than I think that's more than a 500% increase. Imagine what a 500% increase of traffic would do to your business. The strategy is very simple. We're going to find a niche. You can follow along with your niche, obviously. We're going to do some research about the frequently asked questions about that niche or that keyword. We're going to create the content outline. We're going to write it with ChatGPT. And then we're going to create some illustrations and images for the blog, because if it's fun to read for your audience, it'll do a lot better in terms of SEO. And the tools that we're going to use are People Also Asked, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Napkin AI. I'll explain what all these do as we go and use them, although you should be pretty comfortable with a lot of these. If you don't know me, my name's Nico. I'm an SEO specialist. I run a community online, the AI ranking community, where I help and I teach people everything they need to know about how to rank their websites #1 in Google with the help of artificial intelligence and automations, because the reality is that you can automate a lot of these processes with some fairly cheap tools. But what I want to give you here is a step-by-step guide of completely free tools that you can start using today to create high-ranking content. And if you stay persistent with this, I promise that you will see great results. So let's get started. I've got here a random niche generator, so let's just pick something that might be interesting. Cross-stitching, currency, astrology, skeet shooting, doll making, magic, Lego. Doll making seems to be an extremely random one. Let's go to grappling. That seems like a good one. Doll making is going to freak me out. So we've got the keyword. I've got a couple of Google Docs open. I've got one where we're going to write the blog, and another one we're going to put the research, and that's where we're going to add value to the blog. Because even though this is written with AI, if you add value to it, it's still going to rank really well. So here we're going to put grappling blog, and then here we're going to do grappling blog research, if I could spell. Okay, so I've got my niche now. Let's see what people are asking about grappling within your country. So you're going to go to Also Asked, a great website. I'll leave the resources to everything that I talk about in the description of this video below. I'm going to put the keyword there, which is grappling. I'm going to select the country and search. And yes, selecting the country does change, by the way, so make sure you do that. This is then doing some research and finding the most frequently asked question about grappling. And I've got here grappling. What is grappling and fighting? What's the difference between striking and grappling fighting? Is karate grappling? This one is a good one. What is grappling defense? I have no idea. We're going to get the word for that and copy it. What is grappling defense? We're going to copy this one here, and we're just going to put it into our blog first so we know. So what is... You should always just do a quick search for that question to see what the search intent for that is. So here you see that the search intent is informational. We know that because Google's giving you the answer right away, but there's enough people asking about it. There's an FAQ section. So generally people are looking for information about it. This would change if the keyword or the question that we're asking, if you put it on Google and it's a product right away, well then you need to write about a product and have a product there. It's understanding the search intent, but this is perfect. What is grappling defense? Great. So I've got the niche, I've got my keyword, my FAQs, and then, by the way, going back here, you should download the PNG of that, and then what you should do is you should write a blog the way we're doing. A blog should be answering one question. So here I've already got about 40 blogs that I can write about, and doing that, you're going to rank. You have a very high possibility of ranking quite well. But we're going to go back to our main blog here. So what is grappling defense? We're going to go to Perplexity, which is the research tool that I often use. And we're going to ask it, provide me with high quality information. I've misspelled a lot of things. I don't care. I just want to show you that this stuff, you don't have to be expert. You don't have to be perfect. Provide me with high quality information about how to best answer this question. What is grappling defense? I like Perplexity just because of the way that it works. It also gives you the resources, which is the main component for us in this instance and what we're going to use. So if you click the copy button here and you go back to the research section, you should see at the bottom, you should generally see resources. For some reason it didn't show it here, but show me the best resources that answer that question. Perfect. I'm going to just view the sources. Yeah, that's good enough. So I'm going to copy this now and add it to the bottom. And there's this is going to go into great detail later on as to how it's going to help our SEO for the blog. So we're going to go to ChatGPT now, and we're going to get ChatGPT ready. This is going to ensure that it's not going to sound generic, generically AI written. What you're going to do is you are going to copy this prompt that you have access to in our free community. So if you want this, go there. You don't have to pay anything. But what this does is gives ChatGPT a bit of a persona, a copywriting persona, and it improves the output 10x, at least I think so, when it comes to copywriting. And then with this, we should be ready to go. Perfect. So now we're going to create the entire prompt for it, but we're first going to go step by step. We're going to write the outline of the blog. So really simply, I've asked it, we're going to write about a blog. What is grappling defense? The blog will serve to answer the question in detail first. Please make the outline for the blog. Then we will write the blog step by step. This is almost like chain prompting instead of one-shot prompting, which for this instances, I believe it works a little bit better. Therefore, you have more, because you have more control of this whole thing. Perfect. So it's writing the outline, the introduction, understanding grappling, the fundamentals. That's quite good. All right, perfect. No, I like this. So now we're going to go to the introduction and ask it to now only write the introduction, ensuring it's at least 150 words. Now we're going to write this section by section so we have more control of it. And if it's writing something that we don't like, then we can change it as it is. So, and we've asked it's 100 words in length, just so we keep in control of that blog's length. Not that it's really important, by the way. If the longer the blog doesn't mean necessarily the better it'll rank. It's about the quality of it. But I just want to have a bit more control there. We're going to go back to our blog. What is grappling defense? And just going to paste that there. Going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go back to the next section and go perfect. Now only write the following section and go back here. Understanding grappling. It's done that as a H2 or as a as a H2 tag, which we'll want to replicate in our blog. That's really important as well. Okay, really nice second section here. And then now you just repeat the process until you finish the whole blog. What I've got here, this title, you see how it's a H3. It can be a H3. I'm going to write it to a H2 at the moment. Nice bullet points, perfect. Now that it's gotten the aspect of it and everything, I'm going to write 2 sections in one go. Again, write those two following sections only. You want to constrain it so that it doesn't write a conclusion for those sections that it tends to do sometimes. Now, while it's doing this, I want to go back to my blog, and I've got a couple of things here. So understanding grappling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So here's something interesting that we can maybe backlink to, which we want to do. So what is the origin of BJJ? Provide me with resources. This is very important. People miss this out all the time. Providing resources, backlinks, or outbound links to make sure that you are backing up the statements that you are writing about. So this blog here, or this link here, tells me about the history of BJJ from a dojo, I believe, or a gym, which is fine. They're probably ranking really well for this. So this makes really a lot of sense. I'm going to link this by going Command K and pressing that. So I'm already doing something really good for SEO. I'm backlinking and I'm referencing what I'm writing about. I'm going to go back to GPT and see where it's at. Fundamentals of grappling defense, defense against submissions. Beautiful. Let's just format this correctly. That's going to be a H2. And I'm getting everything ready to be published right away. Let's go back. This looks like those are H3s, which is fine. I am just going to get it to write the techniques in grappling defense. Whilst I get it to write, I'm going to get it to write the following 2 sections. Whilst it's writing that, I want to do a couple of more things here. I'm going to go to a tool called Napkin AI. This is free as of the time of this recording, and it is extremely useful. Once you sign up, you're going to create a blank napkin, and you're going to go through your blog and see, well, where can I add an illustration? So in this part here where it says the importance of position and leveraging, maybe defense, I like this. I'm going to copy that whole sentence, going to go back to napkin and just paste it there. I'm going to click on this flash icon or the spark icon. It's reading it, and then it's going to magically, I think, create an incredible illustration for it. So I think this is quite incredible. And I think I like the first one here. The cycling techniques. Let's just get a more colorful one. Yeah, cool. Napkin AI allows you to actually change these things as well if you want to, but I like that as it is. I'm not going to complicate things too much. I'm going to download it as a PNG. You can download it as whatever you want. I'm going to go back to my blog here. And at the end of this section, I'm going to put my image here. Cool. Now my blog's looking a little bit more professional. I like it. I'm going to go, whilst I copy and paste it, now write the conclusion. I'm going to go back here, paste it, and this is looking quite good. That's going to be the H2. See how I'm getting everything ready to be uploaded right away to the website. Okay, I like that. I'm going to add another image here. Oh, another illustration here, sorry. Nice. I'm going to go back here, avoid them. And now we've got a blog that is about 1,500 words nearly. But because you've watched this channel, you're really interested in SEO, and we're not done yet. We're going to add more value to this blog, right? What we're going to do is go back to ChatGPT and go, okay, now write a 5-question FAQ section for the blog. This you're going to put below the conclusion. Whilst it's doing that, we need to think about how we're going to add images into the blog. So I want to add 1 or 2 images. I need the feature image for the blog, and I also need my meta description for the blog. And I'm going to show you how you do that in a second. So perfect. I've got my FAQs. I'm going to go back here and paste it. This is another H2. My blog's looking pretty good now. Great. Now, now we're going to ask ChatGPT to create a image of 2 people grappling in watercolor style. Make sure the ratio is 16:9, so it's going to look good on my blog. Now we just asked it to make an image of 2 people grappling in a watercolor style, ensuring that it's in 16:9. If you want to create realistic images, don't use DALL-E 3. Use something like Midjourney or Flux. We're going to come out with a tutorial on how to create realistic images with Flux, which can be a bit terrifying as well because it's so good. Perfect. And I've got a really cool water style image that I can use. And another little trick here, this actually gives you the metadata or the image alt tag for the image itself. We won't worry about that now for this tutorial. I'm going to download this and see what it looks like. Just going to copy this like this because I know that Google Docs doesn't take WebP files, and that's what it is, but that's okay. So I've got my feature image. Let's add 1 more. Maybe the same style, but someone teaching someone how to grapple, or a teacher teaching someone how to grapple. Perfect. That's really good. ChatGPT is getting better and better. I love this stuff. downloading that. I'm going to put that somewhere. I'm going to put that somewhere else within the blog. So now our blog is looking pretty good, pretty professional. The last thing you want to do is leave a space for the meta description, which is something that a lot of people miss on their blogs, and this destroys the click-through rate of your blog. We're going to go back to this first conversation before the images, and we're going to say create a meta description for the blog that is less than 155 characters in length with a nice call to action. That's your prompt for that. I'm going to take the meta description and put it there. So now if we have a quick look, we have a blog that is answering the frequently asked question of what is grappling defense with some images here. We have some backlinking as well, so we're referencing what we're talking about. Another plus for SEO. We've got some nice illustrations, which is really cool. It kind of really diversifies the blog content itself. We've got some more images throughout the blog. Got a conclusion. We've even got an FAQ section, and we've got our meta description section. This blog already is vastly better than 95% of the stuff out there. And if you repeat this, there is a very, very high probability that you're going to rank very, very well. You just need to copy and paste this into your website, making sure that you put in your meta description, and you're kind of set. Now, there is ways to automate the majority of this process, which is why you can become a one-man SEO agency pretty much. And these are the things that we teach in the AI ranking community. I'll leave a link to the resources below. That's where you can access all of this prompts and everything that we spoke about. There's a nice cool little section in the classroom here where we provide you with a free complete course on AI powered SEO. It's a Kickstarter. It's a 6-video course, really, really high quality. If you want to get serious about your SEO, I recommend you check that out, completely free. I'll leave the resources to the link below. But if you found value to this video, all I ask is that you subscribe and give me a like. That will help a lot. Cheers. Thanks.